Hey everyone, so my name is Leon, and today it's gonna be a two-part video. So it's gonna be a two Big Brother top five list. So what I want to do in this video, I want to focus on winners. This is gonna be a winners video for this next two weeks of videos that we have. So the first video I want to focus on is a top five under the radar Big Brother winners, and the next week's video is gonna be a top five aggressive Big Brother winners. So in both of these lists, I tried to find five Big Brother winners over the course of 26 um, seasons of Big Brother. That's including Big Brother 1 to 23, and then also the two celebrity seasons, and then Big Brother OTT. So I decided to include all those type of winners. So I think it was easy to find under the radar Big Brother winners because a lot of the contestants that win the game are the players who play under the radar, who are able to lower their threat level to stay in the game longer, and are able to play either next to a big player or able to play behind a big player and then take them out towards the end game. As we've seen, one of the players on this list directly did that. And so, yeah, with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. So, this is in no particular order. I will have some honorable mentions at the end of this video. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. So, the first under the radar winner I'm gonna talk about, and I might go in, yeah, I think I'm gonna go in order of each of the earlier seasons to later seasons. So, let's start off with Big Brother 3's winner, Lisa Donahue. I think she is the first example of Big Brother having an under radar winner. Obviously, fan favorite Daniel Reyes wanted her to win the game, but Lisa Donahue was able to position herself to win that season in particular because she was able to align herself with people who are in the house that didn't like the likes of what Daniel was doing or what Daniel's partner Jason was doing at the time. So Lisa was likable. She was somebody who people was perceived to play in a not even a bad game, but like a cool, calm, and collected game. So nobody really wanted to take her out until the end. They thought she'd be easy beat at the end, and this was really when Big Brother was still developing the ways of how the seasons, how the game was gonna be played. So Elisa Donahue was the first example of somebody who played underwear, someone who played calm, cool, collective, and was able to take out the right um, jury threat at the end to win the game. So yep, that's the first on the radar winner. The second winner I want to talk about, who's on the radar to me, Jordan Lloyd from Big Brother 11. She's another under the radar winner, another great example of it because nobody really expected her to win the game. People continue to allow her to be in the game because they thought she's not gonna win any challenges. She's not gonna be strategic enough to do anything major. And yeah, she's good socially, and that was her main sticking point of how she stayed the game longer. She had a great social game, somebody who lowered the threat level super low, and that was obvious because not really because she was doing it intentionally, but she didn't really know the game at the time. So there's that, but she's somebody who, like I mentioned, for example, decided to play alongside a bigger player, a bigger target, either in front of her or next to her, and her current husband Jeff, who also played in that season, and that's where they met. So Jordan's a great example of an underrated winner, somebody who's more likable than the person sitting next to her at the end game, which was Natalie. Natalie was somebody who annoyed a lot of people in the jury house, even those she was aligned with, and the likes of Lydia and Jesse decided to choose Jordan to win the game over her. It's crazy, right? Anyways, that's another under the radar winner. The third under the radar winner, um, this might surprise you. It might surprise you, but I'm gonna mention this person as an under the radar winner, and that's gonna be Big Brother 15, Andy. I think his game, some people like his game, some people hate his game. I personally think his game is he's a pretty good player. He's somebody who, just like Jordan, played alongside bigger threats, bigger targets. Somebody that played alongside multiple bigger threats and targets like the Helen, Amanda, and Alyssa. And I think he benefited because the threats of those particular players were in the house. So, but that being said, he played a great game. He was the one to recognize that he had to take out Nick in week two, who's a figurehead of the movie company at the time. So I think he's somebody that is very skilled at the game, somebody who knows what his optimal move is, somebody who is very likable as well. And unlike Jordan, knew what he was doing out there, and unlike Lisa, had more agency and more control over the game in his particular season. So, yep, there you go. It's another on the radar winner. The next winner I want to talk about is Steve from Big Brother 17, a prime example of playing next to a big player and then taking him out at the very end, which what he did to Vanessa. I credit Steve for a lot of that. Even though on my rankings, Steve is kind of on the bottom end, but that's because to win the game Big Brother, you have to it's a lot of good winners, and it's not a disrespect to Steve's game. It's just Steve's game was so underrated that nobody wanted to target him until mid jury. Like people think like okay he was just playing whatever, and I think with Steve he did had some risk of going out the first few weeks, but he was able to win the beetle when needed. So I give Steve credit for that, but he really didn't have much agency. Although like the likes of aligning himself with Vanessa, he got his way. Basically, he was able to take out the correct people at the correct time, even by accidentally winning competition or winning on purpose. I think Steve did a good job of lowering his stress level to the point where Vanessa wanted to take him to Final Three and take him to Final Four over the likes of Johnny Mac or the Austins of the world. So Steve did a good job there. Moving on to the last underrated winner, I'm gonna put it up there, and this person might not be as underrated as people think, but Casey is the last person I want to talk about. Casey from Big Brother 20, somebody who won a lot of competitions at the end, but nobody targeted her until it was too late because she was able to insulate herself in a very strong alliance called Level 6. Was able to play alongside a big player named Tyler. Tyler was able to, incorrectly, Tyler chose her to take to the end. And if he took someone like Angela or Brett, who had a better chance to win. If he chose Brett and Angela over KC and JC, who I think, when looking at the dynamics of the jury, Tyler loses to KC and he loses to JC because JC was somebody who played the middle very well. And I think one thing I'll give Casey credit on for like basically winning the competition and able to lower her threat level to make it seem like she's doing nothing in the beginning of the game, but then was able to win all the competition and I think that's a great underrated strategy. And she plays similarly like this, the way how she played that season Big Brother on a challenge, somebody's really good at competition, but somebody's not gonna cause too much drama. And I think in modern seasons of just any of these type of games, reality TV show games, Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, um, I think they're definitely a challenge. You gotta just be able to be social enough to be liked enough so no one will go after you, and be able to make yourself a player that's just there, somebody that's not gonna be overly threatening based on what they are as people. So, yep, AC did a good job that. Some honorable mentions I'm gonna mention. Um, Xavier from Big Brother 23. I was thinking about putting on list, but I feel like he wasn't as much of an underrated, and he was targeted around the end of the pre-jury stage and around the mid-jury. He was being a target there. Morgan from Big Brother OT. You could say she's an underrated player, but she also was a target. Even though I didn't watch that season, she also was targeted with her sister Alex a good amount, and Ian from Big Brother 14, I almost put him on the list, but I decided the likes of Andy and Steve's game were more underrated than Ian. Ian had to do a bit more around the end, and Ian was more close to going home week one than the likes of Steve or Andy, who Andy, no one was talking to Andy at the time. But yeah, that's it for the video. Those are my top 5 underrated Big Brother winners. Thanks for watching, and more recaps coming soon, and see you later.